Dude, I'm big on this screen. Maybe I'm sitting too close. What do you guys think? Anyway, I'm waiting on Matt Clark to show up, and Matt Clark is going to absolutely rock us with a new opportunity. He says he can get us 60 leads in 60 days. That's one lead a day. Would you guys like to have one lead a day? Oh man, that'll be phenomenal. And also, he's going to help us learn how to crush it on LinkedIn using AI and automation. Now, how much better does it get than that? Boy, that's one of the things I would love to be able to have is the opportunity to get this many leads and get that much going for us. How about you? What is it you really want? What do you really want to have in your business? He's joining. There he is. How you doing, Matt?
Hey Steve, how's it going?
Excellent, my friend. Excellent. And this is the second
Of
time Matt
course.
and I tried to connect. The first time my connection was so horrible that we had to just end it after about 3 minutes. So today I'm using a Zoom rather than my StreamYard. And so far it just seems to be clicking a little bit better. Hey, Matt,
Seems
I
to be
was
good.
just, I was filling some time spewing all kinds of stuff that I'll have to cut out of this uh, video. But anyway, I want people to know that you're coming on and you say you can get us 60 leads in 60 days, and you can help us crush LinkedIn with AI and automation. So I want you to jump right in and start telling us all about what you do. You can tell us a history of your little bit of history. Most people don't give a rat's butt about what we have done in the past. They want to know how we can help them, right? So
Yeah, no,
what can you,
100%.
yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. And I think a little bit of history is actually quite relevant here because we actually started off as Infusionsoft certified partners, building out people's sales processes.
That
And the
was
whole thing was,
Infusionsoft was really expensive, but go ahead.
yeah, no, 100%. And the whole thought process was, well, let's go and help people automate their sales processes. I mean, my background is door-to-door sales, so sales process is something I'm really good at. And then it kind of got to a stage where we realized, okay, we can automate the sales process, but now we need to feed the beast, right? We need to put some leads in the front end of the door. And so that kind of got us thinking a little bit. And, we went down the route of Facebook and YouTube. And I'm not very technical, so I couldn't really get that dialed in. But LinkedIn for me was like virtually knocking doors. I could go, I could skip the gatekeeper, I could find the exact ideal person I was looking for and just open up a conversation, build a relationship. And so as it progressed, I mean, we started in a stage where it would take like 2, 3 hours a day I'd spend there and, really put a lot of effort into it. But now there's so many tools available that we've got it down to a stage where we can manage this whole thing in like 30 minutes a day, right?
You say
Very
so.
exciting. 100%.
Yeah,
A
because
hundred percent. And it's
most of us
like
spend 30 minutes just like trying to find something, I think. That's what
100%, and it generates on average about 5 to 10 high quality leads every single week. And if we look at that, over a period of 60 days, it's a good 60 leads in 60 days, and you can turn it up or down as much as you want. So the process is very simple. We took the thought process of how do we automate things so we can create leverage, so we can create scale. And we said, how do we then drive more leads too? So the first step is have a really targeted lead magnet. Now, the thing with LinkedIn is that the more specific you are, the more targeted you are, the better it works. All right. Because it's not actually a social media platform. It is the world's largest network. So we're not there to post pictures of our cats and our dogs and our kids, right? We're
yeah.
there to do business. So the quicker we can get to the point and show people how we can get them from point A to point B, then the faster they're going to work with us because they're going to know what we do before we even have a conversation. So the branding is really important and how you position yourself. So then it's create a lead magnet. We then offer that lead magnet out to very targeted list, okay? And very often, if I look at when people come into us and the clients that we work with, they've already got some sort of LinkedIn connection and some sort of LinkedIn network that they don't know how to turn those connections and turn them into paying customers. So we generally start there and we call that the low-hanging fruit campaign.
Okay. Let me interrupt you a second because
Go for it.
you're throwing a lot of information here. And I
Oh,
want the
there's a lot there.
listener,
Yeah.
yeah, I want the listener to start asking questions in their mind that maybe we can answer. First of all, you said a lead magnet. And what do you mean
Yes.
by a lead magnet? I mean, most of us say, well, here's my offer. Do you want it? That's their lead magnet. Well, I get
True.
those every day and I just absolutely delete them because it's like,
Yeah.
hey, I was glad to see you. Here's my I saw your profile. It was fantastic. Now, will you buy my product? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So what's a lead magnet? What is that?
That's cool. So, what you explained right now is the wrong way to do it. And that's what the majority of people are doing is they just, I mean, you wouldn't go up to somebody at a networking meeting and say, hey, my name is Matt, buy my stuff.
Oh, oh,
Right.
oh, people do
There
because
are
what they
people
do is
that
go,
do it.
"Hi, my name is Steve. Here's my card." Right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And this is kind of how I look at it. So if we take the example of going to a networking meeting, there's generally a bunch of different kinds of people there. There's the guy who goes and hands his card out to absolutely everybody. And then when you walk out, you see a bunch of them sitting in the bins, leaving a trail, trail of destruction along the way. So that's one person. They exist and they're there. They'll end up wasting a lot of money on business cards. Another person is the guy who, or girl/girl, I'm using as a general term here, who will go and sit in the corner and not talk to anybody, right? Because they're afraid of getting themselves out there. And what happens? Nothing happens. So the guy who actually hands out business cards is doing more. It's not as effective, but he's not doing nothing. Okay, so it's a little bit better. And then there's the other person who actually goes out there and is really intentional. So there's four kinds of people. There's the really intentional person who does their research, who goes out and looks exactly for the people that he's trying to connect with and goes and builds relationships, right? Thinking that I know that I can turn this into something. And it might be, and actually goes and discovers what kind of relationship this could be. They could be a client. They could refer business to you. They could be a supplier. They could be a partner. You never know. So you got to figure that out. And the fourth kind of person is the one that gets on stage and has the brand that everyone looks up to and they connect with them. So he's got a pull marketing instead of push marketing.
Okay.
So we want to aim for the last two. Okay. Depending on your business or your model or whatever it is, you either want to be really strategic and go only after the people and open up those conversations to figure out, does this become a client or a partner or whatever it is? Or we want to get on the stage and show people what we do and attract them in because our message resonates with them.
Boy, that's
Okay.
yeah.
So what a lead magnet does is it allows you to get on that stage. And what you're doing in the lead magnet is that this could be a PDF, it could be a video, it could be a checklist, it could be a quiz, it could be a whatever. It's a small piece of information that shows one thing that you do. It solves one problem. Okay. So the goal is here, you want to have multiple lead magnets.
Yeah, because what most people do, and I mean, whether you're networking or whether you're being spammed by people, they want to tell you everything they do, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like, you think about it. If you go to a buffet, right, there's so much stuff on offer there, and you're thinking about, this all looks good. I'm hungry, but I also know how much I can eat. And generally, you tend to go with the things that you know versus going and trying new stuff.
That's right.
Whereas, yeah, if you go into a burger place, you're going to look for the best damn burger that there is there, right? So why not go in with that? And if you choose and you go and you take your lead magnet, you do one problem at a time, then you can start having multiple lead magnets because you also don't know what is going to connect with that person at that stage of where they're at.
That's
So
really
we like
good
to have
point.
these multiple opportunities.
Yeah, that's
And
a
in
real
the
good one. Because
process,
and truthfully,
Mhm.
that's also true for just you. So think about you as a listener here.
Exactly.
One day you might say, "I really need this," and a month down the road, that's not as important. So now you need this. And if that person's got only one lead magnet, they might have missed you on that first one, and they'll miss you on the next
Exactly.
because we're looking for one specific thing. Most of us are looking for one specific thing at a time, right?
Exactly. And if you're going out and presenting everything that you do, I mean, if I look at our business, there's a lot that we help people with. We focus on 3 core systems: lead systems, sales systems, and scale systems. And this is getting your ideal client dialed in, your expert positioning, your lead generation system, your offer, your signature solution, how you convert people, so your conversion system, running webinars and events, joint ventures and partners, and running LinkedIn ads. If I go and do that and say, well, here's the whole buffet of what you can choose, I'm not going to get very many bites. So what we do is we take one little piece, and in fact, not just one little piece, a piece of a piece, and solve that one little problem, right? So now what you do is, if we want to generate these leads on a consistent basis, we want to put it out there and say, hey, I've just created this lead magnet that solves this problem. Now people are going to raise their hand and comment details below to get it. Now people are going to raise their hand. So we break it into 3 stages: offer value, accept value, implement value. So we make the offer. We send this out on email, on LinkedIn, on posts, on your social platforms where your ideal clients are. And later on, you can even run ads to them.
Okay, hold on. And I'm trying to write this stuff down. I mean, I've got it recorded, of course. But you said offer value. There were 3 things: offer value,
accept value, implement value.
And implement.
Correct.
Okay, go ahead now. Now I'm caught up.
Cool. All good. So the offer value is, you're going to make the offer and you say, hey, I've got this amazing lead magnet that solves this specific problem. Who wants it? People are then going to raise their hand. They're going to accept the value. And from there, you're going to send them. In fact, you're actually going to open up a conversation with them and say, hey, before I send this thing to you, it's going to be in your inbox in a couple of minutes. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Okay, pause. This is one of the things that most people leave out of their whole thing, because I've had people reach out and say, hey, I saw your profile. I think we have a lot in common. We should talk. And I go, excellent. Yeah. And I'll say, excellent, let's have a conversation. And then I'll send them a link to my calendar with a 15-minute chat, right? And so many times they don't respond to the chat, which is what you say is the conversation after I've accepted what they are promoting to me. They don't accept the conversation. Instead, they go right into the implementation. And I'm like,
100%.
I didn't say I wanted to buy what you had. And I didn't even say I was interested in what you did yet. Let's have a conversation.
Exactly.
Like Matt and I had a brief click on LinkedIn. We reached out to each other. We had a little message system there. And I said, hey, how'd you like to be on my podcast with what you're offering? And he said, that'd be great. And that's what we need, is more conversation to see if what someone offers, or what someone is offering you, or what you're offering to someone, is of value to that someone. Right, Matt?
Yeah. Or people in their network, right? Because it could, like we said, it could be a direct client, but you might also have people in your network that could be a good fit for the service that we provide, and vice versa. So I always keep it open, and I want to build the relationship, right? And I can't tell you how many times it's happened where I've reached out to people and they're like, you know what, I'm not a good fit for this, but I've got all of these people. I run this networking group, or I'm in this group of business owners that absolutely need this. Let me bring you in and do a presentation. And I'm like, amazing, let's do it. Because you're focusing on the relationship first instead of trying to make a pitch and a sale immediately.
That's vital to your success. Is if you want, and so many people on LinkedIn are like me. We're solopreneurs, really. We have a team over here that helps us put stuff together, but we don't really work together, right? And so I can't say, hey, I want Matt in to talk to my group or organization, but what I can do is put him on my podcast. Or let's go to LinkedIn briefly, in case you don't know LinkedIn as well as you will. You guys know there's a bell on everybody's profile. So if you favorite somebody, a bell pops up. And if you click the bell, you will be notified every time they do a post. And you can select what you want. I think there's posts or videos or something else. But what's important there is I keep an open relationship with Matt by, when I see a post from him and I go to it, if it's of value to me, I comment.
Exactly.
And I don't mean I just go, good post. I mean, a comment. I put something of value in there. And then I ask a question back, whether it's to Matt or whether it's to people who are reading my comment. And it's important because that way Matt sees that Steve Sapato is still interested in what Matt does, and in helping Matt succeed. And so many times we're so busy trying to succeed ourselves that we ignore the other person's need for success. If you're already making
Exactly.
200 grand a year, it's vital that you help 20 other people learn how to make 200 grand a year. And that's what we want to do with people. That's why Matt's stuff, offer, value, accept, and implement, is so vital to your success, right, Matt?
100%. 100%. You know, I'm just all about build the relationship, see where it goes. You know, sometimes immediately you can pick up that, hey, this could be a really good ideal client for me, but then don't jump in straight into the sell, still build the relationship. And that's where the fun is, because, and this is the key thing. So when someone says, yes, I'm interested in the lead magnet, instead of just sending it to them and say, hey, good luck, what did you think of it? And then trying to follow up with them, what we found is that if we actually open up a conversation before and we say, hey, I'm about to send you the lead magnet, mind if I ask you a couple of questions to make sure that this is a really good fit for you? And then we'll actually do a bit of a discovery over chat, right? And you can do that on LinkedIn or move over to WhatsApp or text or whatever works best for you, right? And then when you send the lead magnet, it goes out with a video. And in that video,
Wait,
yes,
you include a video with all your lead magnets?
absolutely, 100%, every single time. And here's what we're doing in this video is we're saying, hey, you've requested this lead magnet. I know this is going to be a valuable resource for you. Here's one or two things in order to get the best out of it. I also want to show you that there's a much bigger picture here. And this is just one piece of the puzzle. If you'd like to have a conversation around the bigger picture and how it could potentially benefit you in your business, here's my link to book a call.
Okay, so how long is that video? Because when you
3
say
to 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, because when you say here's more of what I'm offering, some people spend 30 minutes trying to tell you what they are. And you're like, no, no. That comes when we actually get down to doing business together. This is still a lead magnet to see more about you. And but what if people are not, I teach people how to be great on video. What if they're not good on video?
Amazing.
What do they do then?
They can do a screen share. And, you know, this is also a big reason why we are big fans of, and what we do with our clients is we help them create models out of their services, which means that they've got a visual representation of how they get their clients from point A to point B, which makes it really easy and simple and engaging to bring that up on the screen and walk through that step by step, and then not to worry about what they look like on camera, right? I've got some of my clients who they don't get on camera. They've got a picture of them there, and then they talk through the process and they get leads booked in. They're selling $20,000 and $60,000 deals every 2 weeks and just absolutely crushing it. And he's not even on camera. And he's 72 years old.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
This particular one I was talking about. No, I'm just saying he's kicking butt.
But, you know, that's important to understand, is that you don't have to do the things that we're showing you and talking to you about. You can, first of all, you can hire other people to do it, or there's other ways to do it. And that's why Matt's on here today, is to talk to you about the ways he can help you do it. I'm going to interrupt Matt because I don't know how far we're into this. I didn't have my recording button on, or I don't have my timer on.
20 minutes.
So how much, 20 minutes we're in?
20 minutes in.
See, we're starting to run out of time. I only got like 5 or 6 minutes left. Okay, so give people your information. How do they contact you?
Okay, best way to do it is on LinkedIn, Matt Clark Rainmaker. Same details for Facebook, same details for Instagram, Matt Clark Rainmaker.
Well, that's cool, Matt Clark Rainmaker, but it's MATTCLARK?
MATTCLARK, Rainmaker.
Okay, and the reason I ask is because some people are going to see this on video, and some people are going to just hear it. And if we spell it out for them, they're more likely to be able to get and find you, because I don't know how many Matt Clarks there are, but obviously Matt Clark Rainmaker is to isolate you. Yeah. There's not
a lot.
I've checked Sapatos out there. That's the nice thing for me. If they look up SAPATO, they go, oh, that's the guy. But yeah, so it's important. MATTCLARK Rainmaker, right? .com or on LinkedIn.
I know that's just on for LinkedIn, for Instagram, and for Facebook. That's the thing. Cool. And then to go directly to my website, and we've got a couple of free tools and downloads that can be used there as well, is www.thevirtualedge.com.
thevirtualedge.com. It's just like it's spelled. If you have trouble spelling edge, Google it. It'll pop up. Because sometimes you put words in and you go, well, that's not right. And then you Google it and you go, well, it is right, but it looks bad, right? Don't ask us why our brain works.
Yeah.
Thevirtualedge.com, where he says he might have some free tools for you to use, might be worth your time. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so what tips do you have for us in terms of getting more leads and more opportunities on LinkedIn?
Mm-hmm. So the first one is be very specific about who you're targeting, okay? Solve one big problem for one ideal client. How you structure that on your LinkedIn profile is I help, insert ideal client, achieve, insert measurable result, insert time frame, through system or methodology. Okay, that becomes your headline on LinkedIn. So your brand is very important, and how you position yourself there is very important. The next thing is, and there's two ways to do this. There is the manual, time-consuming way, which is go and put your list together, reach out to them, type each person a message. You want to make it personal, and you want to make it feel like they're valued and they're valuable, right? So you want to make it personal. So you can do that and spend hours a day on LinkedIn, or you can plug in and use the tools that we've got available and use automation combined with AI, where the outreach will be automated. It'll personalize each and every single message. And what I mean by personalize is not just the typical stuff of adding in their name and their industry and their job title, but it'll actually, we train it to speak like you. Then it'll go and read that person's profile and actually send them a message relevant to what they've put on their profile. So content that they've posted, or things that they've taken action on, or experience that they've had, and it'll create a personalized post based on the outcome that you want to achieve. Okay, and you can automate that whole process.
Yeah, let's back up. Did you guys catch that? I mean, AI is the big thing. Everybody's talking AI. You got to have AI to this. Gary Vaynerchuk says you got to have AI or you're going to be left in the mud. But here's what, did you catch that? AI goes out and reads their profile to find out what's important to them. What? Do you know how to do that? Listeners, do you know how to do that? Of course not. Matt knows how. Matt and his team knows how. So maybe you should reach out to Matt. I don't know about you, but it seems like a good idea, right? And again,
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
It literally took me from spending like 2-3 hours a day to spending 20 to 30 minutes. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Like, it's a game changer.
Blows our mind. That's right. It's an absolute game changer. And we're going to wrap this up here because I'm sure we're pushing 25 minutes. But what I want you to do is reach out to Matt. So again, you can find him, and if he's got free stuff on his website, I'd go to thevirtualedge.com, thevirtualedge.com, and see what he might offer you. The second is reach out to Matt directly. And the way you do that is go on LinkedIn or Facebook or the others. And I wrote it here somewhere, but how did they get a hold of you, Matt, there?
Matt Clark, Rainmaker, MATTCLARK, Rainmaker.
And boy, if you guys aren't doing that when you hear this, you're missing the boat. And certainly reach out to him. Matt, I certainly appreciate all the information you've shared. Way to blow our minds this morning. Well, it's morning for me. So it's one of those deals where if you people want to grow your business and you want to do it using LinkedIn, which who doesn't, then you should at least reach out and have a conversation. And that's what we're talking about. Have a conversation. I have so many people who say, I don't want to talk. I don't want to waste my time talking to you until I know if, and then they put down whether we might qualify to buy their stuff. And that's lunacy, because what if I know somebody who might want to buy their stuff, right? They need to have that conversation with me just to go, oh, wait, I got a guy. I know a guy who needs your services, those type of things. And that's important in today's society, to have that relationship, even if you have it for one conversation. Don't negate people. And that's what Matt's out here doing. So, hey, God bless. I hope you guys have a great week, a great month, and a great year. And you can reach me at steve@stevesapato.com, stevesapatoseminars.com. You can have a great time by calling me if you want. Look me up on the internet. I got my stuff all. I've been out there for about 40 years. I don't know how long the internet's been. But I was there before the internet. I can tell you that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Matt, one last word of wisdom, if you've got something you would love to share with us before we close this out.
Yeah, I think the thing that I'd love to share is play to win. You know, most people play not to lose, and they'll end up just checking boxes and not getting anywhere. My little piece of advice to anyone that's in business right now is play to win. Go the extra mile, right? You'll find that there's not many people there. Play to win in everything that you do. You're either winning or you're learning, and just keep at it.
I love that. Play to win, right? Don't play not to lose. And a lot of us have been playing not to lose. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to take that chance. Play to win. Go that extra mile.
Yes.
As you said, there aren't many people in that extra mile. So, Matt, thank you for being on. I really appreciate your time today. And if there's anything I can do for you, please reach out, and we'll have more conversations as we go.
Beautiful. Thanks so much for having me on, Steve.
My pleasure. Thanks.